When did you get your first piece? My first piece? Mr. made my first piece. I answered that question in a sesh before, and I told you guys I still had it somewhere. Mr. made my first piece. And it was funny because I had already gotten the stuff or whatever, but because I had never done it before, once he gave me the permission to try it for medicinally, because I had PE, I actually died from PE DVT, but then I proposed to him that I wanted to try cannabis to medicate myself, and so he was like, word? And so I got the stuff, because Becky always stay laced. So I got the stuff from, oddly enough, from corporate America. Becky in corporate. She was also like, word? I got you. I know she wanted to be there to see how that wound up, but I told her all about it because she was since she was the source. But anyway, since she was the plug. So I had got it, and I was like, everybody knows what rolling papers were, but I just didn't think about papers. I thought you could use a lot of stuff. I mean, I heard of people using Bible pages. Not that that's what I wanted to do, but the point is, here I was with the stuff and no papers. So Mister did this. I told y'all before, but I couldn't find it at the time. He got he got a medical rep, because at the time I was working in advertising for Farmco. Oh, the irony, right? I was just advertising now. And so he got one of these medical rep pens, and he stepped away somewhere, started looking in his toolbox for little stuff. And the next thing you know, he came back after a few minutes with this. Bro. It's just a pen. So I put the stuff in there. We put the stuff in there and lit it. He's a genius. I've never heard of anything like that. So I know he made it up on the spot. I mean, now that it's pretty much it's pretty much legal. You can have all kinds of stuff, but I will keep this forever. I will keep this forever. So yeah, from that point on, we had something to smoke out of. A one hitter. That's what he called it. See, remember how long ago these were? That's how long. I don't remember the last time I seen some Altoid. And I thought I was being slick by having this little container. But at the more experience I got, I was like, everybody and their mama and cousin and sisters, brothers, nephews, children's, grandparents use Altoid tins to keep their stuff. I also told you guys a story time. If you don't remember it, look it up or ask me to tell it again. But this was what I used to smuggle the only time I've ever traveled. So this is a one hitter. It's a short cigarette one hitter. This is a earbud for your old school earbuds, earbud cushion. And so this is all me. So this is sexually transmitted mechanical genius. So I took the cigarette one hitter. I put the earbud, I don't know what you call it, the earbud cushion around it. It fit around there perfectly, which was great because I needed it to plug this. Now this had, for some reason I want to say it had perfume in it, but I know it didn't have perfume in it because I wouldn't want my shit to taste or smell like perfume. But I can't remember what was in this little container. Anyway, there was something in this little container. And it had a little cork plug. So anyway, I put the earbud thing around the little cigarette and used it to plug this. Oh, and inside here, I had a stash of cannabis. So it was like you could pull the earbud thing down to the end. So this was 3/4 full of cannabis. I put this in here, plug it, and then the more you use the cannabis down, then you can put the cigarette goes further and further down. So it never gets too long. Well, it's too long to go in here now. But by the time you take a few hits, you can put it back down there, seal it, and fit it in a tin. Ooh. I just keep it in this tin. Back then, I kept it loose just like that. And I put it, you know, your 5-pocket jeans, I put that in a tiny front pocket. We went to one of my movie screenings. Oh, we were young. I don't know why I like this. It's all hippie. It feels hippie-like. I like it. I did get some papers for my homegirl though, because I remember, really old school black people, we didn't use bubblers. And even in my mind, when I saw people use bubblers, I always thought of crack. And that's a shame. So only colonizers, the one that had the benefit of being aware of the luxury of smoking from glass. Man, it's crazy. But anyway, I hipped her to the bubbler. I mean, she knew what a bubbler was. She was just, whenever she saw it, she would be like, ah, nah, I'm good. I just give me papers. Yeah, let me get the papers. Plus, if I think correct, maybe she was being nice. If I think back, I wasn't doing it right. Whenever I hit a bubbler, I used to hit it like this. We ain't out here sucking eggplants, girl. Put your mouth on like that. Like that. I put my whole mouth on that bit. I get it. I get why they like, oh, no, girl, that belongs to you now. that bubbler belongs to you now. Oh, and more hippie blouses. Those were my first ever pieces. But my first, speaking of bubblers, my first glass piece was just a glass pipe, just typical glass pipe with a round bowl that everyone and their mama has. Okay? But then I got a more advanced one that you could put water in, that I would show you if it was clean. It's not clean because I've been using it. It's not clean because I haven't cleaned it since the last time I used it, and I've been using everything else. And I needed to get it clean because while I was learning how to clean my other stuff, when I got back from traveling, is when I should have cleaned everything, right? Not just the new stuff.